Good morning, doctor. We are group 11 from session 1 and country, and my teammate Ong Guan Yi, Sun Jingliang, and I are going to do an introduction and demo for our programming project to assist in one of the professor in the faculty to grade the final exam of his or her students.
So in this program, we use a few of the functions to assist us to program the project. So here we can see we contain 6 functions that we are going to introduce. So I'm going to introduce 3 functions that we have written. So the first one is the read file, and the second one is the write file. For the read file and write file functions, our return type is val, which we return val at the end of the functions. Read file function is a function that we call out a file in the read mode, while write file function is a function that we call out a file in the write mode. For our print report functions, we put in lots of value that we're gonna receive in these functions, such as the character N, ID, and SA, which is the student answer, and also the CA, which is the correct answer. These functions is mainly used to print an output file containing all the students' name, ID, percentage, and grade that they obtained from the result. We then introduce the data type of the value, and inside these functions, we use the function that we generate early, which is a read file, write file, to read and write the file. So after we read the file, these functions that we use to compare the student answer with correct answer and calculate the student percentage, and we use if else conditions to identify the student's grade. So after that, we are able to produce a correct output file containing all the students' details. So my teammate is going to explain the other 3 functions.
So now I will explain the another 3 functions. So this is a function for compare answer. We have set SA20 and CA20 as the parameter and declare I and miss equal 0. Then we compare the student answer and the correct answer one by one through the array, and the miss will increase when the student answer and the correct answer is different. Finally, the answer will return miss. So the next sub-function is print miss question. So we set miss as the parameter, and the function will display the number of questions missed. So the last sub-function is display report. This function will display the result of student after entering the ID. So it will display the number of students, the student's ID, number of question missed, the list of question missed, the percentage and the grade of student on user's screen. So that's all. Now I will pass to my teammate Tam Sui for introduce the main part of the code.
In the main body functions, our program has declared all the data type of the variables, and we are calling the functions that we defined and declared just now. And after that, we use the while loops and fgets functions. We check the results of the students line by lines with the correct answer, and calculate the questions missed by the student and display out by the function we declared just now. Now, I'm going to do a demo for the project. First, the program will ask the student to enter the correct ID, else it will show an error if the student entered the wrong ID. By beginnings, the output file will be empty, and after the student enter the correct ID and display the result, the output file will automatically fill in. After the student enter the correct ID, the program will automatically find the student name and answer from our database and compare the student answer with the correct answer to calculate and display the total number of questions missed by the student. Next, a prompt window will display the list of questions missed by the student by showing the detail of correct answer and incorrect answer by the student for each missed questions. All student name, ID, percentage, and grade will also be displayed in the prompt window. And last, the output file, which is empty in the beginnings, will be filled in by the student name, percentage, student ID, and student grade. And the professor can easily analyze the student result in the class. That's all for our project presentations. Thank you.